This is the Entrance Pages report. These are the first pages viewed when people come to the site. Most analytics tools show entrance pages, but provide little value in helping you identify the ones that provide the most value. We talked about how content is valued in a previous video, but just to recap, value is based on a number of factors. Some are engagement or events like social, shares, or comments, attraction, page views, conversions, time on site, and several others. We'll look at the reports in just a minute, but first let's answer the question, what does knowing the value of the content do for me? I like to look at it this way. If I know which pieces of content are valuable, I can determine why they are valuable. I can then apply those principles to the content that is not producing value. That's just one slice of utilizing the knowledge of content value. As we delve deeper into the reports, we can discover other ways to apply similar principles. Intel provides many ways to review your content. We have a video for each, including entrance pages, engagement, and authors. Some of the other reports that I like to include are content types, page intent, and the subject of the content. The pie charts often reveal some interesting insights. A tutorial blog was ranked 5th for the number of entrances, but came in 4th place for the value it provided. This scatter chart has even more valuable data. We can see that Kristen's blog on effective communication has more entrances than even the homepage. But this tutorial is producing twice the value each time someone comes to the site via this page. Of course, the ultimate goal is for your content to have lots of traffic and value. We can use the observations on the scatter chart to decide which pages to analyze, then identify what makes one have more entry traffic and why another provides more value per visits. Then we can apply that information to improve the overall value of each page. Here is a list of all the entrance pages. They are sorted by value, which is usually the best indicator of the most effective content. But in the case of this blog, it has so many views that it skews the value a bit. This might tell us that we are placing too much value on an entrance and should adjust that. This number represents the value per entry. As you can see, we have a problem. All of our entry pages have a low value. Looks like we have some work to do. Kristen's blog has half the entry value as the tutorial video page. Let's dive deeper into the analysis. We'll start with Kristen's blog. The first observation is that the additional page views are extremely low. Not only that, we have no goals completed, even with over 5,000 page views. As we look for reasons for this, we can see that the average time on site is only 48 seconds. Wow, that's low. Let's see how people even got to this site. Organic search is the overwhelming source of traffic. And as you can see, that's where the overall value comes from. Usually, Google hides what people search for, but fortunately we can see the search terms. Each of these search terms are effectively the same: principles of effective communication. A quick Google search reveals that this blog post is in the #1 position for that term. Way to go, Kristen! Because the bounce rate is so high, there's not much other data to analyze. So let's look at the actual blog post. Well, it's not the title that's causing the high bounce rate. It matches the exact search phrase, so visitors are getting what they expect. And it follows the advice of some by putting a number in it. Even though the graphic is appropriate, these word clusters are now overused. In defense of the author, this was a fairly new image type in March when the blog was written. It might not hurt to put up something more interesting to get the reader's attention. Considering the traffic this blog brings, it's worth a try. It's actually a pretty good blog article. Wait, I think I figured out why the bounce rate is so high. What do you see all over this page? Tech, 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 mostly related to Drupal. Build a smarter website, Drupal admin themes, Drupal modules, setting up a Drupal site. Now, there are some marketing links, but as a visitor, once I see all this tech stuff, I start to think I'm in the wrong place. If I search for principles of effective communication, I'm likely a marketer or a manager of some kind. I want to be assured that the writer of this blog knows what they're talking about, and a tech site is not always the best source for marketing content. Even the CTA on this page has nothing to do with the content. Well, good. It looks like we added a new CTA, and it's talking about the Level 10 Intelligence product, which we're working with right now. But I would still like it moved to the top and remove the Build a Smarter Website CTA. So this is a great opportunity to utilize the CTA feature of our Open Enterprise website building product. It allows us to easily change the CTA for individual pieces of content. If I look at this blog's tags, they're appropriate, and the related posts are appropriate as well. So it looks like we have a design problem. We don't see the related post until we scroll down to the bottom of the page. So we should seriously consider moving the popular posts down and the related posts up above the fold. That's a good place to start making changes. It's always better to test changes in stages so that you know which changes you make that have the most impact. So we've decided what's wrong with the page, but what's good about it? What drove so much traffic, and how can we use that information to improve our other content? The most obvious is the volume of the search terms used to find this content. That's one of the most important SEO considerations when deciding what to write about and how to title your blog. And way too many of us forget that. The tags are related to the title and content. There are over 300 words, which tells Google that you're not posting, quote, thin content. This blog has about 600 words. Additionally, this website has a lot of blog content, which gives us a general boost with Google. We'll stop here and move on to the tutorial content. As far as some problems I see, the title should contain the word video. It's the compelling reason people come to the site, and it correlates to the content. And this page should really have the Share This bar. Most of the people coming to this page are Drupal developers, and they're really good at sharing valuable resources. We'll look at the traffic sources in a minute to support this idea. Here's the scorecard for this page. Wow, look at the difference of this compared to the blog. The additional page views are significant, and there are goals being consistently completed. We get a decent number of referrals and some social. And that's where I think we can focus our efforts, getting more sites to link to us and posting more social content. We heavily promoted this through social networks when we first created the page, but when you're spread too thin, that effort is replaced by other things. Considering the consistent traffic and the value that this page brings, we should be promoting this more often. As far as referrals, the top page is related to hosting, and the linking page is about tutorials. There are plenty of other sites out there like this, and that have a focus on Drupal. The next significant referral is Stack Overflow, which is a Q&A site for programmers. All the referrals come from one page on the site. We could easily look for other related questions and post a response pointing people back to the tutorials. Let's summarize what we know about the blog page. There are no additional page views, but that's caused by the high bounce rate, which is caused by the overwhelming technical focus of the surrounding blocks. Even if the bounce rate was lower, it has an unrelated CTA, so we've still lost most of the value of the visit. The related posts are never seen, and the image is outdated. What can we do about it? We can move the related post above the fold, move the popular posts down, and possibly not show the technical posts for this type of content. We can update the image and change the CTA. What do we know about the tutorial page? We get a significant amount of additional page views, we get a consistent number of goals completed, and we get good referral and social traffic. What can we do to improve the traffic? We should add the word video to the title. Add a Share This bar to get more social referrals. Find relevant Drupal hosting sites and get them to link to our tutorial videos. Answer more questions on Stack Overflow with links to the videos, and continue posting on social media sites linking to this content. By implementing these suggestions, I think we can see an increase in the value and an increase in traffic. Well, that's it for our entry pages report. Be sure to watch our other analytics report videos.